What's up, 420 Virgo? How you doing? I hope everybody is doing well on this MLK weekend. Let's not forget what he stood for, not only for the I Have a Dream speech, but America's time to cash that check. So, what's up, Miss Vegas? What's up, Libra Butterfly? What's up, Creative Queen Toya? I hope you all are doing well. I had to fix my fence. OMG. So I am finding out when they built these homes that the fencing, they dug the hole, but they didn't put concrete in. So we had a big windstorm. I went out and before I let Lyric out, I'm like, wait a minute. You know, part of my fence was leaning. So I'm like, okay, so my first thing was let me get somebody to repair this fence. Maybe these people want thousands of dollars. I went right on over to Lowe's and bought that fence man. I got a sledgehammer, put that in the ground, screwed those screws in it because they got screws where you can attach it to the fence. And baby, she looks good as new. My God, today. Not fence gate, baby. I already done got this. The fence is already fixed. Lord Jesus, the fence is already fixed, Lord. No, 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 no. We good. We good. Ah! Not the fence gate, but no. They have these metal stakes that go into the ground, and you screw the post into the metal, and it stabilizes the gate. So it's good, y'all. All is well. All is well. But you know I have Lyric, so I got to make sure that those gates are secure because I don't want her coming out. Baby, not the fence gate. Not the fence gate. We done had printer gate. We done had paper shredder gate. Girl, we done had cheese fake cake factory gate. We done had Longhorns gate. We done had wireless charger gate. Baby, we don't need no fence gate. But you all, what has been going on, you all? Like I said, I have really been out and about because the MLK weekend is here, and there's a lot of things going on in San Antonio. Haven't had a chance to really see what's going on and what's been happening in the YouTube beef sector. I hope everything is going well. What's up, Sassy Francis? So what's going on, y'all? What is happening? Well, not too much is happening on my end. Me and the other half, we're going to the King event. Um, so we're going to do that. And we have a beautiful trip planned. Beautiful trip planned. Train ride, a nice train ride, a very nice hotel stay, and then a train ride back. I'm going to start doing a lot of the train rides, you all, just in case you all didn't know. I did not know Amtrak had a pass for 250, and for 250 during that month, you can travel anywhere Amtrak goes. You know, and I thought that was pretty interesting. So I might be looking at that because, yeah. But you all, Amtrak is so inexpensive. When I tell you that Amtrak to Dallas is only $24. Amtrak from Dallas to San Antonio, $24. So say if you are one person traveling to San Antonio, so you got to realize that that's just $48 round trip, less than $50. Now, yeah, you're gonna get there a little late, but baby, you can't beat that in gas. You can't beat that in gas. Now I'm paying probably $24 just going 30 minutes to where I'm getting ready to go. So just in case you all did not know that, from Dallas to San Antonio is just $24 on Amtrak. That's unique. So can you imagine San Antonio to Chicago, Chicago back to San Antonio? You can't beat that with a stick. Oh yeah, and if you're disabled and if you're a senior citizen, you get a discount too. Yeah. So you all start thinking about the train. Sometimes we always go with the airlines, and I understand the airlines work when you are flying and you got to get there quick. But if you got a little time, take the train. You know, there is a meal provided. You know, so now for where we're going, no meal provided, but they do have a cafeteria. So now I'm gonna tell you what, you ain't never lied about that. I would definitely take Amtrak to LA. So again, if I had some time, $250. $250 for the whole month. You can take the train out to San Antonio. I think that's the Texas something. They have a name for it. And then you can also then go all the way to Chicago, and from Chicago, go from Chicago to LA or Chicago to wherever you're going. Yeah, when you get the sleeper car, your meals are free. Yep. Or y'all can get the roomette. A lot of people like the roomette. They just want to do the roomette. There are many ways that you can do Amtrak. I used to do the auto train. So when I was in school in Virginia, I used to go to Orlando. From Orlando, take the train to Washington, D.C. or Lorton, Virginia. And it was $190 for me and my car. No joke. For me and my car. And they would load my car up in Sanford, Florida. And then they would load it out in Lorton, and I would just drive right back to Norfolk, Virginia. So that's how I'm used to Amtrak auto train. I mean, the Amtrak train because the auto train. And also, I lived in New York, so I would take the Acela from Philadelphia to New York. So I am used to the train East Coast. Now, I've never taken the train in Texas. Never taken the train in Texas. So that's going to be something else. And so I'm doing coach because we got the upper deck so we can see all around. But it's just we're just going to Dallas and then we're coming on back. That's all we're going to do. But I'm excited, you all. I am excited. What's up, Room Shaker? What is up, everybody? How is everybody doing today? I hope you all are doing something to remember Martin Luther King, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. You know, we sleep on that legacy, but you know, MLK. I like MLK, um, the latter MLK, when he realized that people are all about the "I have a dream" speech and my children and all of this stuff, but that economic piece, that upward mobility piece, everybody ain't on that. Everybody don't want us to be financially stable or get good jobs and be in places. You know, they're good with that other stuff. And I think King was really, really getting into that money piece. You know, America, you owe us. You know, you didn't give us the 40 acre and a mule. You used our free labor to build this country. And I just hate to say it, but I know I don't. I don't hate to say it. I don't hate to say it. I'm going to say it. Black America built America off the back of those slaves, off the back for the South, the indigo, the cotton, all of that. I mean, you know, people don't understand that a lot of these Ivy League schools stayed afloat because of slaves. Georgetown stayed afloat because they sold slaves, for assets. And I mean, I'm just being real. And so when King started getting into that, it made people nervous. It made people nervous. And so again, just remember King. I think King was important. I think Malcolm X was important. And I think all of these men became important at the latter part of their lives. We always think of Malcolm X by any means necessary, but Malcolm became dangerous when he started trying to get people to come together. And see, that's when people get nervous. Again, I never forget watching Great Debaters. And it was really interesting when Denzel Washington said, they got y'all fighting against each other, but y'all all broke. Whether you white or black, you all are broke. And he became dangerous. So, people get unnerved. Let's look at the GameStop situation. When the middle class people found out how to rig the system, and wealthy people started losing their shirt, you see what the FCC did. They jumped right on in there and stopped it because they didn't want the rich people to lose their shirt. However, they don't feel that way about the rich people when the middle class won't lose their shirt. See, I mean, it ain't no joke, you all. They don't want to even the playing field because then they don't have the advantage. So I just wanted to say that. I wanted to say that. It's a lot of things going on. So yeah, we got some old King things, but that economic power thing is a huge, huge issue with people. So let me see what y'all are saying. Yeah. Please remember King. I mean, this is his birthday. This is not this is just not by eating collard greens and stuff. When we do Black History and when we do King, we all, and don't get me wrong, y'all, food is a very important part, but it's more than food. And don't let people diminish our legacy to food. It's more than the food. I'm just saying. Food is important, but it's not important as the other stuff. So let me see what's going on. Jay Wilson, did you see Canada? Oh yeah, oh yeah. Donald Trump is really pushing, and this thing with Greenland is not good. When you got Germany and France sending troops to Greenland because Donald Trump is threatening to take Greenland, and this is an ally, something is wrong. Something is wrong. And y'all, this is dangerous. I don't know, but I have never felt so unat ease with the president than this. I ain't gonna lie. I would rather have George W. Bush back because this man is dangerous. I think he's suffering from some dementia, but then he's a pure narcissist. He wants to go after enemies. I mean, now he's trying to go after the mayor and the governor of Minnesota. Are you serious? I feel very uneasy with him being in office because now he is doing things to make our allies say, "Are we okay?" And I know the allies know that this is just Donald Trump and not the United States, but it still doesn't make us safe. It really does not make us safe. Yeah, we are really, and again, this is the time to really think about King and what King was about. This is unsafe, y'all. We are in very unpredictable times. So, yeah. Well, y'all, what else is going on? Like I said, I really do want us to remember these 3 days. I thank God for a 3 day weekend, but I am going to spend my Monday Um, remembering King is extremely important. I think Juneteenth is important because these are holidays that commemorate Black people. And we should be focusing on these holidays because people really sacrifice. So we can get these holidays and they sacrifice, period. What's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? What's up, you all? So, anyway, I can't tell y'all what's been going on in the beef sector because I haven't been watching. And not because I'm not. It's just the King holiday, you all, and there are other things besides beef sector mess. And it is other things. But I told you all what I did, and I meant what I said. And I'm telling you, I meant what I said. So, no animosity towards anybody, no hate towards anybody, but there is a time and place for everything. And this is a new season. Stop giving people access to you who don't value you, who don't appreciate you. I'm not telling you all to get rid of people who may not agree with you. No, I mean, anybody to always agree with you. That's not good. But I'm talking about people who don't have your interest at heart. I'm talking about people who do their best to destroy or take you out. Leave those people alone. Leave those people alone. You got better things to do. If you're not adding to my success, then you're taking away from it. And that's the truth. Hey, educated queen. Yeah, you all, let me say this. You don't want yes men because you see what happens, like what's in the White House now when you have yes men. You don't want that. You want people who have your interests at heart. And it's really interesting because people always think that I'm tearing down folk and da 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 da. No, I really don't. At the end of the day, um, a lot of people bring up the Castro and Tommy situation. And I'm like, yeah, you can bring that up. But in reality, I've told those gentlemen, make sure you're investing in yourself. Make sure you're doing things that's going to benefit you. Don't do things that's going to devalue, yourself. Don't listen. And you gotta like you. And liking you is not being narcissistic. Liking you is investing in you and making sure you're doing the right things for yourself. You know, going to the dentist, getting your teeth clean, going to the gym, taking care of you, maintaining your body physically, spiritually, and emotionally. It's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. But if you not gonna take care of yourself, like I mean, we see it, we'll talk about it. Top notch. Those are not really big tumblers, but I have enough space. I have enough space. I have enough space. I put them in the dishwasher, and I have enough space for them. But thank you. I appreciate it. Them tumblers are nice, you all. They are really nice, and I'm glad I got them. I'm glad I got them top notch. So anything interesting that's been happening in the beef sector? Because if y'all don't tell me, I won't know. Um, Now I heard someone try to besmirchify my name. You can't drag me. You can't do any of those things because I'm Jay Wilson and I know myself. And I don't fall to that. And this is the thing, you all. I made a major mistake sitting there fighting with that individual because at the end of the day, I didn't really want to do that. But again, I'm not gonna let you sit and say anything. But I have made it my point to just move right along, to ignore that ignorance, because that person does not have my interest at heart. And again, I don't have time to give that person shine. And you keep moving. You keep moving. And I don't have a problem with the other person, but like I said, yeah, I don't frequent people's platforms when they do that kind of stuff. Yeah, yeah. So it's all good. You all make sure you're getting your shots. The flu is really wreaking havoc in Texas. I heard in New Jersey. I heard Jersey is ground zero. I looked at the news and they said that a 2-year-old passed away because of the flu. So you all make sure you're getting your shots. If you are a senior, if you're 50 years old, you should be getting your RSV shot. Yeah, your RSV shot as well, because you got a lot, and Lord knows you should already have your shingle shot. Maybe if you don't have your shingle shot, you better get it. Oh Lord, these self-driving cars are everywhere. Now they're even in San Antonio. Ugh. So you all, self-driving cars are everywhere. I'm seeing these self-driving cars everywhere. So yeah. So I guess they're getting ready to take these taxis out. I guess they're getting ready to get people Uber out. I think the only thing that you could do is Uber Eats and anything that's dealing with food, because the car can't go get the food. But I will say this: if you're gonna be driving, these driving these self-driving cars, they get ready to take some people out of business. And now, not only are they gonna do the cars, if you are a truck driver, about 5 or 10 years from now, they're gonna be doing the same thing. They're gonna be taking over from the trucking industry. So yeah, you said you were rode in a Waymo. Yeah, I mean, and it's a BMW. Of course, it's gonna be a nice car too. They're nice cars. They are very nice cars. I mean, and you don't have to worry about nobody talking to you. All of that foolery. You get in, you get out. Yeah. So I see that happening not only with the taxi or the ride share. That's getting ready to happen with the transportation, as far as truckers, because y'all always got to remember, corporations don't care about these people. They care about the bottom line. And if they can just get trucks to drive, they don't have to worry about people getting off a track. They don't have to worry about people, the speed limit. I don't know what a cop's going to do. See, that's another thing. Do you pull the truck over? Who gets the ticket? I mean, you even got to think about those things, y'all. But they don't want to pay truckers. They don't have to worry about a drug test. They don't have to worry about DOT and all of that stuff. And so I just think that they're really trying to get rid of truckers as well. Y'all, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of things going on. Somebody said it was a Jaguar. Okay, okay, okay. Ooh, because in Texas they use a lot of BMWs. Wow. In Miami, a lot of wow. See, so they're trying to get rid of these drivers, you all. They don't want to pay you all. First of all, they were trying to lowball you anyhow. Now you got to compete against a driverless car, so you're in trouble. No, they can't do that with planes, because they got to get people out on those planes. They got to have a human being. Now, I will say that a lot of pilots just do autopilot now. Yeah, No, it's possible. It's possible to do self-driving trucks. Yes, yes, it is. It's possible. Oh yeah, it's very possible, and it's gonna happen. And it's gonna happen. Oh, it's gonna happen. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Oh, they took Thomas Channel again. Lord have mercy. What lovely life staying here. I have an extra driver. Oh, it's gonna happen with the truckers. Oh, it's gonna happen. First of all, you already got a law that you got to sign in on. Oh, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It is going to happen. If you don't think it's gonna happen, that's crazy. That's just like these people in retail to think that they're gonna. Baby, let me tell you something. Zara is already showing the girls that we don't need y'all to do the cash register. Zara does it just like the self cash registers at the supermarket. Yeah, they gonna get truckers gonna get it. Truckers are gonna get it. If you don't think that they're working on things right now for self-driving trucks, you crazy. You crazy. You crazy. Now, buses and things, that's different. I'm not too sure. We don't know yet. But for trucks, you know how much companies gonna save not having. And let me tell you what they're gonna do. First of all, they're just gonna have you in there, just like the Waymo cars. They're gonna have you in there to make sure everything is okay. They're gonna use you. So they're gonna say we're gonna need for people to be assistant. So you ain't gonna touch the truck. All you're gonna do is just be in there. So just in case something happens, you'll be there. Just in case. But then they're gonna have some things that we don't need the truck. You watch. If you don't think that's gonna happen, you crazy. Amazon is already using robots. I just ordered something from Amazon, which is gonna be game changing. So let me tell y'all something. Sometimes you gotta be able to do it yourself because people will charge you a lot of money for things that you can do yourself. That's all I'm gonna say. Well, can I say something, you all? There is a school called Alpha Academy in Austin, Texas, and for English, math, and the sciences, they don't have teachers. AI teach the kids. They just use guides, and the guides just make sure that the kids are on task. They don't teach them. They just make sure the kids are on task. Then for the socialized things like entrepreneurship, public speaking, they have a real teacher. So they are already doing that too. Baby, let me tell you something. They look, they are trying to do that. They're doing it already. Some of y'all just don't do research. They're doing these things already. They're doing these things already, y'all. So all I'm saying to y'all is just get ready. It's gonna happen. Oh Lord. So anyway, y'all, I'm almost to my brunch destination. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, I'm almost to my brunch destination. But yeah, you also I'll be checking in and see what's going on. I really haven't, like I said, been um all up to date on the beef sector stuff because I haven't really been looking at it. So y'all say they done took Tommy Channel again. Okay, I wouldn't doubt it. Um, yeah. Now I did hear before, I just took a hiatus to look at the King. I was listening to I was listening to Pizarro cussing out Smooth Carter because I guess somebody trying to take a channel. So I heard all of that. Yeah, about Brian Carnes. Can you know what, Catherine? I am so out of church drama. I am so out of it. Brian Carnes has always been Brian Carnes. It's always been about the money. And I never felt that he was super spiritual, no spiritual than anybody else. And the church drama is just, yeah, the Donna McClurkin stuff. I'm like, okay, it's just like, okay. I mean, you just get. It's just like, okay, we knew this all along. So I don't know why people are so up in arms about it. It's just coming to light now, but we knew about this stuff all along. So now y'all got to deal with it. We knew that Brian Carnes and Todd Hall were charlatans all along. We knew it all along. But now we really finding out. So no big whoop, no lose loss of sleep over here. No loss of sleep over here. So those are my thoughts on that. I don't lose sleep over Brian Carn and all of these people. I don't. I really don't. Because they've been like this all along and we acted like, oh my God, we knew that they weren't crap. When you're in the industry, and like I said, I work for a corporation that dealt with a lot of these big time evangelists and stuff. And it was about the money, it was about all of that stuff. And so, yeah, I'm like, okay. So, yeah. So, look, I'm not surprised about that. I'm sure there'll be many more who will be exposed. They're not the only ones. So, I'm not surprised. Well, look, y'all, I'm heading out. I will. Well, Stump Down just left a message. Let me see what Mr. Stump Down is saying here. Lord, there's always something. There's always something, Jesus. Stump Down said, Grand Rising, Pastor Chat. Jay Wilson, did you get an opportunity to see the rest of the Tomboy page? Sorry for holler. Child, okay, I'm gonna go on over to Divas page now, y'all. I'll talk to y'all later. I'll be back to see what's all of us. I'll be back. Bye.